Hey guys, want to learn how to become a copywriter who exploits personas for profit? You're in the right place. Hey guys, it doesn't matter if you want to become a copywriter as a side hustle to make a bit of extra income, or you want to go all in like I do and make a full-time income from writing copy and content. One of the skills you need to learn is how to exploit personas and buyer personas for profit, and that's what we'll talk about in this video. Now you want to watch through to the end because I put a couple of bonuses together for you guys which I'll tell you about towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, that's about it guys, let's not waste any time, let's dive in and let's talk about exploiting personas for profit as a writer. Hey guys, all the tips I give you in this series are my most powerful tips, and they're based on working with paying clients since 2011. This is the stuff I use in my own business day to day. Now the advice in this presentation is critical advice because it talks about buyer personas and why these are absolutely critical to writing copy that connects with your target audience. So let's dive in. Let's look first of all at personas, what they are. So what is a buyer persona or a persona? Well, a buyer persona is a research-based profile that describes your target customer. So essentially you're doing research into your target customer's background and finding out as much as you can about their personality and the things that motivate them, etc. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail as we carry on. Now, a buyer persona describes what your ideal customers look like, the problems they face daily, usually in their jobs, and what keeps them awake at night. I particularly like that phrase. I mean, if you think about that, you know, if you're writing copy that addresses problems, the biggest problems that anyone faces are the problems that keep them awake at night. So if you can dig into this stuff and really understand the problems your potential clients or your potential customers face and write copy that resonates with that, is going to be successful. So essentially in copywriting, we are addressing problems and we're supplying answers to problems. So that is what a buyer persona essentially is. Okay, so the next thing to look at is what would typically make up a buyer persona. So let's go into that in a little more detail. One of the first things you might look at is the demographics of your buyer persona. So for example, you look at the gender, you know, are they male or female, their age, how old they might be, and obviously based on their age, the kind of thing that might interest them, their income bracket, you might look at their marital status if it's relevant, are they married or single, and their location, where do they live. So that's basically the demographics of your buyer persona. The next thing you might look at in terms of the buyer persona is the persona's background. What is their job title? That will give you a good idea of how to write for them. Their career path, you know, are they ambitious? Are they going somewhere in their career? Their family background, married with children, and their education. All of these things in terms of the persona's background will help you to write targeted copy. Next, you can start looking at things like pain points. What causes your persona pain in their day-to-day job if you're writing relating to something to do with their work? What causes them suffering? As we said before, what do they worry about most? What keeps them awake at night and makes them worry? What are their fears? What are their anxieties? All the kinds of things that your persona would worry about. If you have an understanding of these, then you can write detailed and targeted copy that resonates. Now, on the flip side of the same coin, you could look at their pleasures, their desires, their wants, their needs, and their aspirations. So what things do they enjoy? What things do they want in their life? If you're writing for a particular persona, their desire might be to have their life made easier in some way. So if you can you know, write about a product that's going to make their job easier and less stressful, then that could be something that resonates with them. Their wants, what do they want in their life? What do they need? What do they need to get the job done? If you've got a software product that makes the job easier or helps them in some way, you're solving that problem, and that will resonate with their needs. And what are their aspirations? Are they ambitious? Do they want to be promoted? Where do they want to get to? And how can the product you're writing about, the product or service, help them to achieve their aspirations? So as well as the problems they face, you do need to have a good understanding of their pleasures, desires, wants, needs, and their aspirations, the more positive side of their personality. And finally, on the detail of the buyer persona, you would like to look at what interests your persona. What are they into? Are they into fitness? Are they into travel? What motivates them? Does money motivate them? Are they interested in making more money? Trends, do they like following trends? Do they like to keep up with the latest trends? So in summary, all of these things we've mentioned help you build a picture of the persona you're writing for. And it's important that you have this information in place before you put a digital pen to paper and start writing. I just wanted to say at this stage that please don't ignore personas. A lot of writers do. They're either a little bit lazy, or they don't think it's important. They kind of assume they know the people they're writing for, or the target audience they're writing for. Get this stuff down so that you know exactly who you're writing for. And once you've got this stuff down, it will actually form the basis of all the content you write for a particular client. And it's something you can always come back to and refer to keep you on point with your content. Now, if you do ignore personas, the chances are you'll end up writing unfocused content. Your content won't resonate with the persona because you don't intimately understand the persona. And eventually, when you get towards the end of your content and you list down a call to action, a CTA, the CTA won't work because you won't have connected and got under the skin, essentially, of the people you're writing for. So please, don't ignore personas. They're very important. You can make them as detailed or as undetailed as you want. Obviously, the more detailed, the better. But get something down so that you understand exactly who you're writing for, and you can write content that resonates with them. Now, here's a ninja tip of mine, which is going to help you look good in the eyes of potential clients and stand you aside from your competition. And the tip is always to ask the question. And the question is, have you done any work on buyer personas or established what your ideal customer looks like? Particularly when you're dealing with larger clients, asking questions like this, you should always ask a lot of questions in any case, but asking a question like this shows the client that you clearly know what you're talking about, and you're not just trying to land the deal. You're not just trying to get the contract for the cheapest price, but you're actually a writer who's worth their salt, who understands how buyer personas work. And the larger clients will understand that you do know your stuff if you start asking questions like this. So buyer persona is absolutely critical before you start writing. Always ask the question and talk with your client about buyer personas. Ask them if they've done work on this, or obviously point out it's something you can help them with. And as I said before, once you establish this and you get it down in black and white, this is going to guide your writing for that client for all the time you spend with them. So very important, get the buyer persona down. It shows you how to target your writing, and you write content and copy that's on point and will get action taken by your target audience. Okay, here's ninja tip number 2. Once you get your head around personas and buyer personas, it's actually an opportunity to earn extra income as a writer. So in other words, if your client doesn't have a persona or personas developed already, bear in mind that any target audience can have several personas, not just one. You can charge the client to do it for them. So simply all you do, and this is what I've done many times, is just ask the client if they have a persona developed, or they have an idea of the persona you'll be writing for. Ask them to give you details. If they can't, and they don't, then simply by explaining how important a persona is and the fact that you'd be developing something for them that they can use to base all future copy on, whether you're writing it or not, it doesn't matter. You can actually get paid to develop personas for clients and potential clients. This is something I've done quite a lot, and I've made quite a lot of money out of this. So as well as helping you write excellent copy and content, A persona is something you can actually make money from. So again, as I say, don't ignore it. This is a good source of income, extra income for you to add to your portfolio. There you go, guys. That's how to exploit buyer personas or personas. As I said in the content, they're both interchangeable to make profit, and it can be an extra source of income for you, as I explained. Now, if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and hit the old bell notification so I know where to send future videos when I've got more advice and tips for you. And guys, I really do appreciate your support, so thank you for the support you give to the channel, because the more you do that, the more I can continue to make free videos like this to help you guys. So help me, to help you guys, and I'll keep making videos to help you, make money from writing and copywriting. If you like, drop a comment as well, and get involved in the discussion. Share the video around if you think it might help someone else. Okay, the final thing now is your bonuses are either below the video, there'll be a link, or in the comments. So help yourself to them, absolutely free of charge. There's no charge for that. So get your bonuses, guys, and I hope it helps you on your way. That's about it for this video, guys. Just to say, look out for the next video in the series, and obviously get in touch if I can help you in any way. Hit me up and we can chat. Other than that, enjoy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Ciao for now. Bye bye.